all this craze? It's a massive airship, and it's awesome! I heard it's never shown to the public. The Iris family sent us a bunch of souvenirs. Fruit baskets, plus this fancy button model. The Stellaron was sealed while you were sleeping. The ordinary people in the family's official statement was like, the Charmony. Now all the major lineages, except for the Oak family, are dealing with the aftermath. The family has invited the crew to the Radiant Feldspar as witnesses for an important meeting. Why the sudden interest in that? Well, I was dragged into this sweet dream. I felt a cold tentacle, and then I dreamed about stuffing my face with delicious food and going on a shopping spree. Yeah, let's go. We've got some time before we board.
How extravagant. Just like Epsilon. How was it? Did it live up to your dreamscape
You already asked that when we first got here.
Yeah, and you said no back then. But after all this madness, I'd say you've grown fond of it. But just a heads up, you're still on the Bloodhound family's wanted list, so keep... And this time, it's Firefly in the picture, not Sam. That's gotta be a whole new experience.
Indeed. In Kafka's words, that's also a missing part. Still, it'd be quite inconvenient if I can't move freely. Could you help me out, Silverwolf?
I knew you'd say that. Don't worry. I've hacked all the systems and left no... Don't do anything that may draw attention, and don't talk with guards. They might recognize you. Keep these 2 points in mind.
Thank you.
No problem, Miss Samuel. Now that we're done here in Penacony, what will you do in your free time? I hear the Genius Society is here.
Well, you know, my script isn't over yet.
I didn't bring you back to hear an answer like that.
Don't worry. The script says that I'll experience 3 deaths, but also receive an unforgettable reward on the planet of festivities. How will I know if I don't try? All possibilities exist until the outcome actually happens.
You may not realize it, but you have a bad habit. Whenever you seem to be asking a question, you've already made up. Anyway, Kafka asked me to pass on this message. If you see anything fabulous in Penacony, get one from me too. She didn't specify anything, but I guess she means a dress, coat, sunglasses, or something else.
Sure, I'll keep an eye out. There's tons of options at OT Mall. Do you think she'll like trinkets, like hair accessories or brooches?
Those sound more like something for young girls. Me? Oh, by the way, Blade wanted you to be more careful. He didn't explicitly say it, but I think he was trying to say something like, temptation will show.
Got it. He was just worried about me. Relax. I won't do anything crazy. I just want to wander around and see more of the world for myself. I want to buy some oatcake rolls. I've had a cake roll every day since I arrived in Penacony, from the first day to the last. But today, I'll buy 2 and give you 1. And if you don't like them, I'll enjoy double the pleasure. Or I can bring one to Kafka, as she never refuses. Or maybe I'll get... That's not written in the script, right? But as I have added new footnotes to my destiny.
Welcome, Director Topaz. The family ambassadors are still inside making preparation.
Huh. Quite a spectacle. I thought they would choose a more formal and low-key location for the conference.
About this, Director, I've asked around. This conference between the IPC and the family will have a direct impact on Penacony's future. The atmosphere here...
If I'm right, this conference is probably just a prelude. This influential figure either has their own ambitions and wants to reach a preliminary agreement, or...
Oh, your mind is always so sharp, Director Topaz. And when the big boss arrives, please remind her to be cautious and watch out for her.
Thank you for the reminder, but I don't think that will be necessary. When she's at the table, it's the other. Just tell everyone on our team to stay focused on their tasks and not worry about them.
Oh, got it.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't call Miss Jade Big Boss in front of her. Or...
Got it. Thank you for...
I tripped and fell right here. Just go.
None of the important figures have arrived yet. Huh. Looks like the conference won't be starting for a while. Such a bustling place. I think I'll take a little walk around.
Sure thing.
Oh, are you hungry, Numby? Food in the dream. Numby, catch! Oh, looks delicious, huh? Oh, I should...
So many buttons. How many centuries would it... Huh. Didn't expect those pooches to actually...
Huh? What are they?
For your safety, please stay away from those...
For my safety? Are these buttons something dangerous?
Not exactly. Lately, there's been a prankster in the Sweet Dream who's been handing out... According to those involved, he said something like, just press this button and all of panic... Luckily, no one believed him. Still, the Bloodhound family collect...
Where's that prankster? Haven't the hounds
Yeah, that guy has some skills. However, you know, the Bloodhound family won't give up. Whoever... Anyway, the family will deal with these things. Please,
Greetings, madame. What can I do?
Hello. Could you tell me more about the radio?
I assume you are the ambassador of the IPC Strategic Investment Department. The Radiant Felspar is owned by Mr. Odie Alfalfa, head of the Alfalfa family. Mr. Alfalfa invested a significant...
Oh, so it's owned by old Odie himself. No wonder this ship...
Indeed. Mr. Alfalfa has impeccable taste. Only the most Please allow me to continue my introduction. The Radiant Felspar had been cruising over the Sea of
Reverberation? Such a fool.
Following the previous reverberation in this, thankfully, the factors that disrupted the dreamscape have been resolved. However, due to... So, Mr. Alfalfa suggested relocating the Charmony Festival to the Radiant...
Well, that would meet the family's needs and also create momentum for Mr. Alfalfa himself. Thank you for explaining matters to me. Hello? The Talent Motivation Department? Again? I'm working on a major project. I don't have time. The way I handled the Urillo case was approved by senior management and all of the project logs. I just don't understand. Why are you so fixated on this minor case?
Sounds exhausting. Why not just hang up? In my opinion, you handled that project quite well.
A little ball of ice in exchange for the astral expresses good favor. That's not a bad deal for the department. It's been a while, little Yelena. I've been looking forward to working with you. Never imagined this day would come so soon. Is there trouble? You can tell me anything. Just like old times.
Ah, it's been a while, Madam Jade. I'm honored.
You're still so formal, aren't you? Forget about the hierarchy and
I'm sorry, but it might take some time to get...
Well, now that we're both members of the 10 Stone Hearts, I need you to be at your... As sharp as you are, I'm sure you've figured out the truth.
I believe old Oti has taken it upon himself to test our...
That's true, and it works in our favor.
If we can reach some sort of agreement with old Oti beforehand...
Exactly. And the hidden benefit is that as the head of the Alfalfa family, his actions suggest that as long as the influence of harmony hasn't completely permeated their core, personal desires will always have their way. It's similar to the power struggles within the IPC. The supposed all-for-one philosophy.
After the downfall of the Yoke family, old Oti's faction became the dominant force in Penacony. Even if we consider only the succession order.
Yes. That's exactly why we need to handle the conference following an agreed-upon strategy.
Absolutely. The 3 steps of negotiation.
Pretty clear. Although, you seem to have changed the order.
That was big.
I apologize for interrupting your conversation.
Time to get to work. Let's prepare ourselves and meet that esteemed... Remember, our goal is to create an opportunity for the IPC to enter Penacony.
Well, please, have a seat. Let's... Welcome aboard, my...
No problem at all, Mr. Alfalfa. It's my honor to meet you in person. You may not be aware...
After all, to many, you are the legendary...
I expected no less from... I always enjoy talking to smart people because we don't have to beat around the bush. We can just get...
The future of Penacony, if I'm not mistaken.
Precisely. Those few words represent a terribly complicated situation. Let's take that golden-haired guy who's not showing up, for example. He put in great effort. Wasn't it eventually to create an opportunity for you IPC to regain control of the precious Astana?
The wisdom and experience you've accumulated over 10 Amber Eras are true. Let's assume your assumptions are correct, Mr. Alfalfa. How would you...
I appreciate your composure, Miss J. However, perhaps you don't know much about Penacony.
Please.
Then I'll be straightforward. I requested this meeting before the official conference to dissuade the Strategic Investment Department from trying to lay a... If you back off now, you can make a smooth exit and prevent the IPC from losing face during more...
One of our P45 executives was attacked and nearly killed in the dreamscape. The IPC can't simply ignore this incident. Despite your determined attitude, the issues plaguing Penacony...
You used the term real, Miss Topaz, but let's not forget that this is the realm of dreams. If you're curious about how I plan to respond to the IPC, well, I don't mind sharing. My actions will help Penacony take a...
Going public?
If I'm not mistaken, you want to bypass the IPC.
Precisely. Instead of watching the IPC gnaw away at Penacony, I'd prefer to open the doors of this... Starting today, anyone in the cosmos can become a shareholder of the land of the dreams. This is the path of harmony I'll choose. This reform should have been implemented earlier, but unfortunately, the Oak family were a bunch of blockheads blind. Thanks to the little reverberation earlier, the biggest obstacle between me and my reforms has been eliminated. The Alfalfa family will publicize the financial results of Sweet Dream Paradise, so that the entire universe can see that despite the catastrophe...
Crisis and opportunity are two sides of the same coin. So, you've been waiting, and if Penacony should seize this opportunity to overcome adversity, even if the IPC tries to intervene,
Now I'm convinced that you've indeed familiarized yourself with my biography, Miss Jade. So, about your next move, please.
Indeed. We need some time to digest such a... I suggest we conclude the first half of our conference, Mr. Alfalfa. Please allow Topaz and me to confer private.
Of course. Take your time.
The Alfalfa family had a meeting with the IP.
I got this information from a message sent by that It's not hard to imagine. Penacony today is pretty much like the frontier prison it once was, with external forces cast. Instead of falling into a situation where they are plagued by both external and internal.
Well, no wonder they sought the mediation from the Astral Express.
I don't think the followers of the Harmony are completely innocent victims in all of this. For reasons unknown, if either the family or IPC were to assume full control of Penacony, it would return... There you are. Did you rest well?
I didn't disturb you since you were in a...
Even long dreams eventually come to an end. After Anna's dream was shattered, the family branch from the Monitour system soon arrived and...
The mastermind behind the plans was confirmed to be Gopher Wood. He'll face a trial.
Ultimately, the public perceived the incident as an attack by evil forces targeting the Charmony Festival. While quite different from the truth, this appears to be...
After all, you don't know who's awake and who's pretending to be asleep. Well, they'll open their eyes in the face of danger. Once the danger subsides, they'll embrace... Here's a toast. With 3 glasses... Yeah, it's good to see you all again. Although we might be saying goodbye again after... When will the Astral Express leave Penacony?
We'll stay a bit longer, but...
So, this is our final meeting then? If there's music... atmosphere... let's see... The mixed drink should be solemn... To the nameless, resting in peace.